Hey, good morning. It's Mike Zschunke with Berkshire Hathaway Homes and Shift Home Properties in Scottsdale. Sorry, hang on a second. Good morning. So we were waiting for it to get light out, but it's not getting light out. A little bit, you can see. And kind of balancing. We wanted to wait and see the unemployment number, but let's see real quick what's going on. Actually, we're taking a different route today. We're coming up. We went south to Shea Boulevard, and we're coming up along the canal, like 110th Street. But yeah, what's going on with the market? It's all about interest rates these days. Again, my phone blew up when they see the headlines that the Fed raised interest rates 75 basis points. Well, yes, they did. They absolutely did. But the bond market builds that in. Your mortgage rate did not go up 75 basis points. Your mortgage rate's based on the 10-year bond, which is traded every millisecond. And that's all expected value. So actually, mortgage rates went down immediately after the announcement. Because they had thought maybe that the Federal Reserve would take their foot off the brake a little bit and not raise them as much next time. But kind of everybody was waiting for the unemployment number this morning. It's kind of ho-hum. It wasn't really good, wasn't bad. And it's funny, I sat in a seminar yesterday. Arizona's ahead of the curve. We've recovered from... Like I say, we never really had a pandemic so much. We did, of course. But business continued. So Arizona's unemployment rate has always been low. Like I say, we've got people moving here left and right. So that keeps going. Interesting. Okay, so inventory. There's no houses coming on the market. So prices are holding firm. People aren't selling. It's funny. Even last month, we saw 500 cancellations a week. People taking a last-ditch effort, trying to put their house on for their super high price and realizing that people aren't going to pay that anymore. Interesting, 68% of closings last month had seller concessions. So sellers are not necessarily lowering their price. Thank you. But they are providing some seller concessions, mainly in the lower markets, lower priced markets, 500 and under. Seasonality in North Scottsdale. Normally the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, we see a slowdown. Not slowing down. So, which if you adjust home sales for seasonality, that puts North Scottsdale back into a hot market. Because it's, $1 million and up, the market's rolling along. Prices are holding firm. I did notice the last few days, some that had gone off market, $1.5 million to $2 million range. That's kind of where I like to play. $1.5 million to $2 million. But those people that canceled, they were asking too much. May of 2022 was our high. Everything was rocking. People who missed that maybe came on and asked too high and canceled their listing. Well, I noticed the last few days some of those are coming back on. 70% of homes were owner-occupied, which is good. It's nice to see that investors, well, not me because I work with a lot of investors, but 75% of transactions were owner-occupied, which is good. I always like to see people buying houses rather than companies, even though I work with investors and companies. So sellers are offering more concessions, trying to get people into houses. It's not going to lie. Interest rates are high. Yesterday, the 30-year fixed was 7.3%. everybody was kind of waiting today to see what happens. There's no indication. Chairman Powell says he's keeping his foot. He's going to keep raising rates until we see something. And I don't know why everybody was surprised Wednesday that he raised them again. He's telling you he's not stopping until we see inflation get under control. And we're not seeing inflation get under control. So I don't know why that's a surprise to everybody. So buyers who are waiting to get into the market, great. Things have slowed down. We are in a balanced market. However, you waiting now costs you quite a bit more on a monthly payment. And there's no indication that rates are going to slow down anytime soon. In fact, the Federal Reserve took $75 billion out of the bond repurchase market on Tuesday. That just tightens up liquidity. So, without getting into things too complicated, how economics work, and I kind of dwell on that because that's my background, but the real estate market's rolling along. We were in Paradise Valley yesterday, looked at a neat little property for $1.2 million. 3-bedroom, 2,200 square feet. So it's not cheap. But people are here, people are buying. We're coming into the tourism season. People are going to be here looking. Everybody's still talking about the Super Bowl. The investors I talked to a couple investor groups this week. How do I say this without getting political? Investor groups I talked to, they're sitting on their hands until next week to see how this plays out. That's all I'm going to say about that. Most of you know where I stand, but investors are sitting on their money. They're going to see what happens next week in the midterms and see how that plays out and see where we go on the economy. But housing, you need a place to live. People are going to die. People are going to get divorced. Babies are going to be born. So we're always going to have transactions, and it's back to 2018, 2019 numbers. It's a normal market. I laughed, the 30,000 realtors who got their license this year because anybody could sell a house are probably going to jump out of the market if you need to feed your family, which is good. You know how I feel about realtors, some of you, but there's a group that I like to work with. Anyway, what else do I have to say? I had a bunch of stuff. I was up early thinking what to say. But if you need to buy or sell, that's when the time is right. When you want to buy or sell, you cannot time the market. It's like timing the stock market. You just can't do it. You'll lose every time. If you want a bigger house, buy a bigger house that you can afford. If you want a smaller house or you have an extra house you want to sell, it's a good time to sell. You can't time the market because you don't know what. I wish I knew. I wish I bought everything 2 years ago. I wish I bought everything for sale, but I didn't. So, Anyway, we're going to try and get out this afternoon. We're working on a neat land project. Another new one off of the Northwest. It's pretty far out there, but that's booming. They're just came out with some new developments out in Surprise, Arizona. Some big money's going in there. So off of 60 and pretty far out there, like Joe Max Road and 60 Happy Valley Road. There's a lot of stuff happening out there. So like I said, as long as companies move to Arizona, then people are going to move to Arizona. There's always going to be transactions. So buy or sell when the time is right for you. It's 44 degrees, so it's freezing cold to me, but it might feel nice if you're not from here. So next week we may wait and do this market update from my desk after I get back from our morning run, just because of daylight. And I can't wait till 7 o'clock. I have things to do. So if you have any questions, give me a call. Buy or sell anything. Residential, commercial, investment. We're here to help you. If you want to know what your house is worth, give me a call. I'll run some comps on it. Like I said, we're not here to do high volume. We're here for repeat customers, I guess. Quality over quantity. So, have a great day. Be smart, be safe, and we'll talk to you soon.